Wow, talk about being late for a very important date. 6 years later, here's your sequel, Alice Through the Looking Glass.
What's the matter?
The Hatter's the matter.
Hatter is my truest friend. If he's in need, I will help him. It will be a race against time. He is not someone you want as your enemy. Time is a he.
Underland. Your time is up.
We're stuck us all at 1 minute to tea time.
Tea time forever!
Hello, Alice. We talk a lot about the $1 Billion Club, something all major blockbusters today are expected to join. But few seem to remember that it was Alice who was one of the very first movies to join, after Titanic, Pirates of the Caribbean 2, The Dark Knight, and Avatar. What people do seem to remember, though, about Alice in Wonderland was that it was aggressively feminist, and that it was when they first began to notice that commercialism had consumed Johnny Depp. That first one is due to Linda Woolverton's screenplay, her first live-action one after making her mark at Disney years ago for scripting Beauty and the Beast. Wolverton actually made the same mistake with Maleficent, which also rubbed some audiences the wrong way with its overtly feminist bent. But still, these movies made money, lots of money. And Wolverton is not only scripting Alice 2, but Maleficent 2, as well as Disney's upcoming live-action, Beauty and the Beast. That last one's still going to be a love story, right, Linda? Anyway, on a side note, it's interesting that Disney is home to the two biggest female screenwriters working in Hollywood today, Linda Woolverton and Frozen's Jennifer Lee, and that they both wear their feminism on their sleeve. Depp has also become quite surfacey, turning into more of a clown than an actor these days, although again, a very rich clown who makes movie studios very rich too. Or at least he did, as he hasn't had a hit since his last turn as Jack Sparrow back in 2011. Dark Shadows, The Lone Ranger, Mordecai were all box office embarrassments. While Black Mass did not turn out to be the award's contender it was intended. Perhaps that's why Depp has retreated to old favorites, not only returning as the Mad Hatter this year, but Jack Sparrow next year. Through the Looking Glass will be the first test to see if those characters are as Teflon as Depp and Disney would hope. The other thing Alice in Wonderland is known for is being classic Tim Burton, and while the director has moved on to another blockbuster and another Helena Bonham Carter, director James Bobbin seems to be doing a darn good job taking his place. Bobbin helped Sacha Baron Cohen create his most famous characters on the Ali G Show, and then went on to co-create Flight of the Conchords. In Hollywood, they often say it's all about who you know, and Disney now knows plenty of people in this comedy circle. Bobbin directed both recent Muppet movies with songs by Bret McKenzie, while Jermaine Clements, co-director and co-star in What We Do in the Shadows, is directing Thor Ragnarok. And while Clements got to be hurt that Cohen got the call to play time, he will be voicing a giant in Disney and Spielberg's The BFG. Then oddly, despite being the heroine of a movie franchise that bears her name in both titles, there's always very little talk of poor Alice. While she's certainly not lacking for work, perhaps Mia Wasikowska can make a bit more of an impression this time around. Finally, one has to wonder why this movie, which finished shooting in October 2014, has been held for over a year. Please say it was to get the amazing visual effects just right, or to find the just right release date.
This is a real mess, boy. Woo! Like a huge mess. An embarrassing mess. But it's not a total loss, and I think that actually makes it all the more frustrating. There are some really good moments here, and also some very good ideas. I actually like a lot of what the movie has to say about time, how the passage of time can be both good and bad. I guess I should reverse that. You would think it's bad, but they point out some of the good. But also, they have a really nice, just like one little exchange actually about fathers. But as soon as I heard it, I was like, there's your movie. How did you miss that? Linda Woolverton really has a lot of splaining to do. We'll get to her momentarily. But on top of the things that the movie has to say about time and fathers, it also has stuff to say about sisters, and then also girl power, and then layered on top of all of that is a lot of local theater company silliness. Yes, I would say that Anne Hathaway and Johnny Depp, both of them, should hope that nobody sees this. It's supposed to be a big release. A lot of people are going to see it, but you really do watch the movie and you're just like, really? This is what you're doing with your time? I think they're both, well, I don't think Johnny Depp actually ever won an Oscar, but Anne Hathaway has, and It's bad. It's really, like, Anne Hathaway does this thing where she moves her hands while she's standing there still, and I guess she's supposed to be, like, whimsical, but you're just kind of like I said, local theater company silliness. Now, with the girl power, I love having a strong female role model, and I think there's a lot that's good about Alice, this creation that Disney has brought to life via Mia Wasikowska. However, let me give you an example as to why it's done just so poorly here. So the movie opens, this isn't a spoiler because it's the very beginning of the movie, and Alice is the captain of a ship, and it's one of those like typical like she knows what to do and she's going to push everything further, etc., etc. And I was torn on it because I was like, well, you see this with male characters sometimes, so I think it kind of makes sense. And she wasn't to Mary Sue. I was paying very close attention to see if she was. But here's the problem with it. Back at this time period, even if a woman could be a captain of a ship and somehow manage to get herself into that position, good luck finding an entire crew of men who would serve under her, right? I mean, I know some of you will probably point out that there's like one or two famous pirate female captains, but I'm sure they use sex appeal, and a lot of them had like a guy vouch for them first, and they were like the widow of that pirate. But just like this idea of like the daughter of your old boss, and that guy's dead, and she's now telling you what to do. I mean, just in that time period, nobody would have got along with it. Maybe one or two guys, but not an entire crew's worth. And also, by putting that in the movie, it's kind of a slap in the face to all the women who lived during that time period, being like, yeah, if you guys had only like made an effort, you could have been ship's captains too. And it's like, I think you're forgetting the complex situation that society had created, and that there were social norms that were hard to navigate, and some would even say impossible to navigate. Although Alice, of course, doesn't like that word. And that's a pretty good message about the impossible, but I would also add sometimes it's a real benefit to realize when something is impossible so that you can change tactics. It's like that old saying, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again but expecting a different result. And of course there's a lot to do with insanity when it comes to the story of Alice in Wonderland. So the whole thing kind of folds in on itself. Now, speaking of time, the movie also has some really bad pacing issues, and at many moments it seems not only rushed, but also like very small. And in fact, while I was watching the movie, I said to myself, this isn't a movie, this is a TV show. I really feel that the way they've evolved Alice and the way it's presented here, I'm like, you just cut together like 2 episodes of the new Alice in Wonderland TV series. I'd watch it. Because it did feel very TV-like at many moments, in a good way, but also I think because it borrows substantially from Doctor Who. I'm not a Doctor Who fan, but even I, as a non-Doctor Who fan, was like, you're borrowing from Doctor Who. Now, the other problem with this is that for the upteenth time this year in a movie, characters have a disagreement because of a misunderstanding. They didn't listen to each other. They didn't talk things out. They didn't, believe in one another. And, it's very frustrating. That's sloppy screenwriting. It's frustrating to watch characters go through all these problems and be like, if you just like talked it out or listened to each other like 20 minutes ago, we could have spent our time wisely. I would also say on that note that I never for a second doubted the outcome of the movie. They never made me feel like anyone is in real danger. So it made the movie also have a little bit of a chore quality to it when you were like, I know this is going to be okay, so let's just get to it, shall we? And that's never a good sign for a movie. And I'm really surprised that Linda Wolverton, whose work I have liked very much up until this point, wrote this script. It's almost like Linda Wolverton came up with some lines that she really wanted to put in the movie and some ideas, and never bothered to do the work to put it together. I'd actually liken it to Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight Rises, where it's like he had a bunch of great ideas and he's like, I'm not making any more Batman movies, so I'm sticking them all in this one. And I think there are similar problems to both projects, and unfortunately coming from such talented individuals. It's like, when talent doesn't stop caring. That's like, they'll be like, speaking of TV shows, we can start a series like that. But again, the movie does have its moments. It's a very pretty movie. So if you're really into Alice in Wonderland, also, if you're looking for a girl power movie, I think it's very encouraging in that regard. And there are moments when they're in the Hatter's village where he grew up that you feel like you're in like the best Christmas movie ever. You're like, wow, like there are so many things this movie could be than what it is. So I'm not saying you should never watch Alice Through the Looking Glass, but I would lower those expectations like all the way down, and I'd probably rent it because, again, as I said, it's a bit of a chore. and not quite worth, I would say, a full price ticket. Maybe a matinee if you really want to go. All right, so that's my review of Alice Through the Looking Glass. I look forward to continuing the conversation down below, and you can check out some more episodes right now.